Well, folks, the time is finally upon us. LEGO has revealed the all-new 2026 Winter Ninjago sets. There's 12 of them, and in this video, we're gonna rank them all. Note, this video will not contain the Old Town because that has not been revealed yet, and in all honesty, it's probably gonna be number 1 anyway, so let's get right into it. Starting off with number 12, we have Jay's Dragon Mech Fight, and surprisingly, I don't actually hate this set. It is a 4+ set, and I mean, that's why it's really last. The builds aren't all that great, but for a 4+ set, this set is surprisingly solid. Also, it's the cheapest way by far to get Jay in the new Dragon's Rising Season 4 set, so I might just pick this set up, and I think if you're a kid, you're probably gonna have a great time with this set. At number 11, we have Lloyd versus Earth Monster Spinner, and the only reason it's so low is because it is a spinner and it doesn't really compare to the other sets, but for a spinner, this set is remarkably good. I mean, you get the Earth Monster for a really cheap price, plus Lloyd, and the spinner gimmick is genuinely a lot of fun, and I think one of the best spinner designs we've seen in recent memory. So I think if you want the Earth minifigure or Lloyd, or just a generally fun time, this set's a really easy one to pick up. Almost as easy as hitting that subscribe button. Come on, it takes less than a second, and if you don't do it, the Earth Monster will be very mad at you. Entering the top 10, we have Nia versus Mutation Monster Spinner, and again, this is a very similar case where, for a spinner, this set is remarkably good. I love that new Mutation Monster minifigure you get, especially that big fig headpiece that goes really well with the new Rocks hat that we got last year. I also like that Nia comes in this set. I forgot to mention this, but technically the pieces around the spinners are also brand new molded for this wave, so that's also something really cool. I like the spinner gimmick, of course, and for $10, this is another great spinner to pick up. Moving on to number 9, we have Ninja Dragon Ryu's Battle, and for me, this set is just kinda disappointing. I don't think this dragon holds up to modern Ninjago dragon standards. The front legs I feel are just way too angular, the bend is way too steep, and I feel like it should have at least had articulation in the elbows. The back legs are also just kinda thin. The wings actually fit on this dragon, and the body doesn't look terrible. At first I thought it was really thin, but I have come around to it. However, my biggest problem with this set is the double jaw. It just looks weird. I've been programmed to look at that lower mold in the Ryu jaw and see it as a lower jaw. So now there's a jaw below that. It just doesn't look the best. The minifigure selection isn't anything spectacular. You get a mutation monster, but you can also get him for $10. So for $45, yeah, this set just really is not it for me. On the topic of major disappointments, at number 8 is the Ninja Vehicle Treehouse Battle, and this set is essentially 3 $20 sets smushed together and sold for $80. Nothing about this set is really all that great, except for the minifigure selection. You get that Acid Monster, who we haven't seen yet, but in short is fantastic. You get Dragon Jay, who looks really cool, and Euphrasia, the new exclusive Euphrasia, who also looks really cool. But the builds in this set are just so bland, lackluster, or at times even bad. The Kai bike is a Kai bike, but we got 2 Kai bikes in the last wave, so not sure why we needed another one. The Zane helicopter, I guess, looks alright, and it's probably the best build out of the 3 in this set, but again, it's just nothing really special. Given that this set is called the Ninja Vehicle Treehouse Battle, I really thought that the treehouse would be a substantial build, and this would have been a perfect opportunity, because we don't get all that many location builds in Ninjago nowadays, but no, this is really just a 4+ build. It looks incomplete, it looks unfinished, and just looks kinda ugly from every single angle, so that kinda sums up this set, honestly. It's a really big mess. This set could have been so much more, but just really bad builds and a really terrible price just weigh it down a lot for me. Moving on to number 7, here I put Jay's transforming car, and I don't know, man. I don't think this set is as flawed as the last 2 sets we've seen, but this set's just kind of uninteresting to me. Like, it's just another big J car, and I feel like they could have used this $55 price point to do so much more, but sticking to the set, I mean, the car does look decent. The transformation feature is kind of underwhelming. The minifigure selection is pretty solid, though. For $55, you get 5 minifigures, and one of them being Dragon Kai. You get a Loyalist Leader, a pretty cool Earth Monster. Like, the minifigure selection is not bad here. The car is not bad, I just want to reiterate, but the looks really aren't all that special, and it doesn't really do anything to elevate it, in my opinion. And for $55, I think this car is a bit small, so I do think it's overpriced. Not a bad set, just kind of uninteresting, and I wish they did more with this set. I know it's been pretty negative for the last 3 or so sets, so back to some positive stuff with number 6, we have Kai's Dragon Mech Battle Pack. that is a mouthful, but this set is amazing. Like, if you're a Ninjago fan or a Dragon's Rising fan, this should be a day one pickup for you. It's only $10, which is insanely cheap, and it comes with 3 great minifigures, so it's really nice to see LEGO continuing that trend of getting a really cheap set with a lot of minifigures. I'm not a big fan of them reusing that Sora, but that Sora did only come in some more expensive sets in the last wave, so I guess it's nice to see you're coming for cheap. You get Dragon Kai, not with the wings, but that's okay in a $10 set, and a really cool Earth monster, along with the mech that surprisingly looks really solid for $10. So, I mean, this set is pretty much flawless for $10, apart from maybe the Sora, and if you want any sets, I feel like this one should be the first one you pick up. Entering the top 5, we have Cole's Mission Mech and Dragon Zane. Starting off with the Mission Mech, I think it's an alright mech. It's kind of limited in the posability, you can't really move the elbows or the wrists, but that's similar to the Elemental Power mechs, and I felt like those were some of the most posable mechs, and you can get a lot of personality out of those, so this mech should be fine in terms of that. It's kind of annoying to me that the head doesn't move, but overall the head does look pretty good, and does do a decent job of conveying Cole's Earth Golem from the Dragon's Rising show. In terms of the minifigures, this set is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I just love that Dragon Zane, of course the Acid Monster is fantastic, and the Cole is pretty good too, so I'm not really blown away by the mech or anything, but it's a solid mech, and you get some really good minifigures, all for a pretty fair price in my opinion, maybe a tad bit overpriced, but I think $35 is pretty okay for this set. On to number 4, we have my favorite Dragon's Rising set from this wave, the Dragon of Life. When I first saw this set from initial pictures, I wasn't really impressed. I thought it looked way too messy, but looking at it now, I think it kind of does handle that nature vibe really well. I love all the colors you have, and surprisingly the shaping, it is pretty jagged and messy, but I think that does work to its advantage. I know a lot of people don't really like the wings, but personally, I have come around to them because I don't think they're really trying to be wings, you know, the typical kind that flap. I think these are instead just trying to be big, beautiful leaf pieces that the dragon can use for show. Think of it like a peacock opening up its tail. I think it's kind of like that when you extend the wings, and when you think of it that way, I mean the thin technique does make sense. It's meant to be tree branches and the leaves on the end. I don't know, just thinking of it that way has made me like this set a lot more. Going to the minifigure selection, I think it is spot on. You get 2 Dragon Form Ninja, you get an Earth Monster minifigure along with the really cool Earth Monster mech, a Loyalist leader, the beautiful Acid Monster, plus a couple of ninja to fight against the villains, and a really cool side build where you can play around. So honestly, I feel like this set is a really good all-in-one package, and for $110 getting a really good dragon, a really good minifigure selection, and some cool side builds, I think this set is by far my favorite Dragon's Rising set so far. That's it for the Dragon's Rising sets. On to, in my opinion, the better line of sets for winter 2026. We have the Legacy sets, starting off with number 3, Lloyd's Titan Mech 15th anniversary. I don't want to say just yet because this mech has only been revealed for like a week, but guys, this might just be the best Ninjago mech of all time. I still think that the OG Lloyd's Titan mech does look a little bit better than Cole's Titan Dragon mech. So combining the superb looks of the OG Lloyd's Titan mech with the immaculate posability of Cole's Titan Dragon mech, and you just have the perfect mech in my opinion. This mech looks so good, the shaping of the knees, the hands, the body, that shield looks amazing, and of course the posability on this set is fantastic. You have ankle articulation, knee articulation, of course you can move the legs, and again there's just so many cool and creative poses you can get out of this mech, just like Cole's Titan Dragon mech, but it also looks a lot better in my opinion. Onto the minifigure selection, we have Lloyd ZX, who looks pretty solid in my opinion. You also have Grimfax, who looks really cool, bringing back that Blizzard Samurai helmet piece. For the anniversary minifigure in this set, you get Hibernus. All of the anniversary figures are these really cool previous Elemental Masters, and I feel like this one was also nailed pretty much to perfection. Only 3 minifigures is kind of disappointing, but I mean, I get it. There's a lot of parts and budget that went into making this mech good, but I'm still not fully convinced of the $130 price point. I feel like 110 would have been perfect. 120 is maybe pushing it, and 130 is definitely pushing it, but I will take it because that mech is amazing. Next up at number 2 is the Ninja character display. What are my thoughts on this set? you should buy. If you're a fan of OG Ninjago, you should buy this set. It comes with 8 iconic minifigures. I feel like the only minifigures which have a problem in this set are J. Cole and Lloyd, where they use gold instead of the original silver they came in. But even in that case, I feel like the only minifigure where it's actually a problem is Jay. He does look kind of off, but he doesn't look terrible, and I feel like the reason they did this is because having the ninja have the original silver would mean that they would have to bring back the ZX armor in silver, which I don't believe is in production. And I feel like that would have raised the price on this set. So overall, I can understand why they did the gold, and it doesn't look terrible. Would I have preferred silver? For sure, but the gold I think is acceptable. And of course, the anniversary minifigure being Jay's mom is fantastic. Wrapping it off with Sensei Wu and Samurai X, I think they also look pretty good. The build in this set is really nothing all too special, but it doesn't have to be. This is essentially a minifigure pack. And for $45, this is a fantastic deal. This is one I'm going to be picking up day one, and I think that this is one that you really should pick up day one too. Finally though, for my favorite set of the winter 2025 wave, we have the 4 weapons blacksmith shop, and this set is basically perfection inside a cardboard box. This build is just built with so much care and love put into it that you can see every single minor detail they put, like putting all the weapons in the original Kai and Nia spinners, or even making that sign where Lloyd and Pythor step on the grass in season 1. The minifigures in this set are also really good, considering that 3 to 4 of them are probably going to be exclusive to this set, which is insane that they made so many new minifigures just for this set. Like I said already, this build looks fantastic. It can open up. It's jam-packed with details. The minifigures are fantastic. Rei and Maya I think look really good, and I'm really excited to get them in hand myself. $100 I think for this set is absolutely fair, considering the amount of new minifigures we get, and I feel like this build is pretty substantial. I don't think people are really seeing that with the images online, but I think this build does look really good, especially looking at those dimensions. So yeah, overall, a really solid price, a really fun building experience I would guess with the amount of pieces and the amount of detail, a really good looking build, and a really solid minifigure selection. This might be the best Ninjago set we've gotten in a while. So that is it for my ranking of all of the new winter 2026 Ninjago sets. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what's your favorite set, what's your least favorite set, what you agree with, what you disagree with, and I will see you all in the next one.